So I will present about the strategic analysis. This is the SWOT analysis. The first one is strength. There are two strengths in Prima program. The first one is Perumahan Rakyat Wan Malaysia. Prima was established at the inspiration of the government to facilitate home ownership among middle income people. Along with the National Housing Policy and the National Affordable Housing Policy, Prima bears joint responsibility in the implement of the planning of 1 million high-quality affordable house equipped with modern facilities by the government in a period of 10 years starting from 2018 until 2028. The selling price of affordable Prima houses in the range of 100,000 ringgit Malaysia to 400,000 ringgit Malaysia is on average to 20% less than the marketplace. This aims to encourage home ownership without imposing a high financial burden on buyers. The next strength of Prima is the rent-to-own scheme was initially created to meet the needs of potential buyers who want to own a house but face problems in providing a 10% down payment. Applicants can rent for up to 5 years and have the option to purchase the home in the 6 years. This RTO facility is extended to provide facilities for applicants who have been successful in Prima residential voting but failed to obtain loan approval from the bank. This has destroyed their hopes of owning their first home. Under this scheme, applicants have to rent a Prima house with 10 years and in the 5 years or final year. Applicants can buy the house at a price that will be set by the Prima after it is presented during the 2021 budget. However, there is weaknesses of Prima project. The first one is One Malaysia People's Housing Prima aims to help the people but needs to be prepared with the conditions that have been set in the ownership of affordable houses. Among them, most of the affordable house purchase process is carried out by lot of residential units. In other words, buyers cannot choose the unit condition and level of residence they want because the process is carried out by lottery. Reasons and strong supporting evidence must be given to the developer if they want to choose the desired unit. However, it will make it more difficult for the buyer because the buyer has to go through additional processes such as obtaining a medical report as a supporting document for the developer's consideration if there is a disabled family member who has to live in the ground floor unit. Also, not all affordable homes can be sold as quickly as possible. The condition of an affordable house that has been successfully purchased cannot be resolved with 10 years. For buyers who plan to invest in real estate in a short period of time, buying an affordable house for investment reasons may not be a wise move as an investor. This is because the buyer has to wait a long period of time before being able to sell an affordable housing unit that he already owns. Not only that, Prima project also have their opportunities. Prima is not just planning, building and supervising housing projects. In fact, the goal of Prima is to form a civil society which is a community that is advanced in terms of thinking, spirituality and ownerships. In the context of Malaysia, the value of civil society also includes the appreciation of cultural diversity and trust in a pluralistic society. Thus, the Prima Housing Project is not just about providing a place to live for the middle income group, but also aims to instill the values of family, consensus, and harmony between members of the local community. In short, the formation of a civil society requires holistic development, not just physical construction. Last but not least, the threat of the establishment of public housing is a weakness of the government where many housing projects are abandoned. One by one, the One Malaysia People's Housing Project under the Ministry of Housing and Local Government KPKT has problems and buyers are not protected. Many residents express disappointment and regret about the abandoned project because the average Prima home buyer is a first home buyer and young family couple. The party concerned could not keep the promise to complete the project within the period they had given, so much so that they willingly changed the completion date to a longer one. There are buyers who have started paying in stage to the bank and are forced to bear the cost of rental houses elsewhere, and their life and family plans are disrupted. In addition, the buyer's faith is not defended when the developer who cancel the Prima project can be given compensation up to 172 million ringgit Malaysia, while home buyers not given a proper defense. Thank you.
For the strategic choice of Prima, during the era of Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin as the Prime Minister, one of the focus is towards the betterment of Prima program. Although Prima is one of the program under the previous Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Najib Razak, under One Malaysian Plan, the outcome of the program are still considered useful since it gave benefits to both society and the government. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin have focused on the strategy of improving Prima, that is by decreasing the gap of income level to ease the society to apply for this Prima housing unit. Before this, Prima under the One Malaysian Plan has said that the society that are able to apply for Prima must consist of household income level between 2,500 to Rm 15,000. But Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin offered to cut down the gap to Rm 1,200 to 2,000 total household income and 2,000 to Rm 3,000 ringgit. Their strategy are to encourage the society to own an affordable housing unit based on their economic level. This has shown that the government under Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin are concerned about the economic of the society and putting strategy for the betterment of the nation. Besides that, also, the strategic choice of Prima based on the annual report of 2019 is to focus on promotion and marketing of Prima housing units. For this strategy, it needed to increase the quality management and transparency in promoting and marketing of Prima. To conduct this strategy, aside from looking for stakeholders, Prima have launched a promotion that will attract the attention of potential buyers. One of the successful promotion is Home Ownership Campaign, HOC 2019. This promotion campaign has achieved sales booking about 10,200 homes with accumulated sales of 2.56 billion ringgit in just less than 3 months of its launching. Furthermore, Prima management are also committed in making sure that the department involved in the promotion and marketing department of Prima are working efficiently to make this strategy successful. Other than that, the strategic choice of Prima from the annual report of 2019 is to focus on the development of Prima. This strategy are to strengthen the implementation of Prima development program. To strengthen the implementation, the Prima Corporation are required to adhere the guideline, policy, and procedure to ensure that the program are successful. The Prima program guideline, policy, and procedure are to serve as a catalyst to provide an affordable price for M40 income group in the urban and suburban areas. Therefore, the housing units that is affordable for the M40 income level and must not exceed the expected price for the potential buyers. This is to ensure that M40 income level are qualified to apply for the housing unit as being stated in the policy. The Prima program development strategy are also promotes the policy that is to create a harmonious living with quality features and amenities that suited the Malaysian lifestyle, such as it consists multi-purpose hall, playground, surau, and many more that will ease the potential buyers for the housing unit. This effectiveness of strategy can be proven with a total of 43,137 units are in active construction during 2019.
My name is Nur Fazila Binti Rasmin, and now I will continue to elaborate on the challenges in implementing Prima. One of Prima's challenges is that it takes too long to build houses. Since the program is implemented all over the country, it is impossible to keep a close eye on how well it is working. As a result, Prima will encounter challenges in meeting its goal of providing housing for the citizens, notably the M40 group. It is reported that people were disappointed by the Prima House development project in Bandar Bukit Mahkota, which was said to have been delayed 10 times since 2019. This is because the houses that were supposed to be ready to move into the month before did not get done in time. In 2018, just 35% of the homes in Bandar Bukit Mahkota were done. Home buyers are unhappy with this situation because they have to make full payments on their bank loan, even though they cannot move into the homes they have bought yet because of building delays. Zuraida says that the contractor in charge of the construction project is the source of a lot of problems. Prima has found 22 bad projects where contractors have been dishonest. Contractor says that 70% of the project is done, but when the survey is done, the status of development only shows that 40% is done. The project that is being done in accordance with Prima is a big one because it involves a lot of different people, especially contractors at each construction site, which varies. For the goals of this program to be met, there needs to be more thorough monitoring.
Unsolved Prima home units are another challenge that Prima has to deal with in order to reach its goal. As many as 10,386 of Prima Corporation housing units that have a market value of 2 billion have not been sold yet. Different kind of people have different wants and needs. Trying to meet the different needs of the people have become a big problem for Prima. All of these needs will also affect whether or not the buyer decide to buy their home. For Prima to stay relevant and be able to keep running its program in the long run, Prima must constantly moving from one level to the next and stay in touch with what people desire, because people's tastes and trends vary throughout time. To solve the problem of unsold home, the type of housing that is built needs to be based on what people want. The difficulty in purchasing and selling Prima homes is a result of the lack of an integrated mechanism to address the mismatch between supply and demand. In order to resolve the imbalance in information in the affordable housing market, an integrated database is necessary. Malaysia needs a comprehensive collection of housing demand data. Difficult to obtain information, such as household income, feature, and preferences, has hindered the ability to properly adjust housing supply to suit household demand. According to the Ministry of Housing and Local Government, in numerous states, including Johor, Selangor, and Kedah, this factor adds to the high number of unsold residential properties, especially in expensive homes. The database should include income, feature, and preferences, building size, and location of market household. The government and housing developers should use this information as a source of information for future development, as it can serve as a reference for the market regarding the housing supply situation. Each state, government agency, and commercial developer maintains a different application registration and housing inventory system. Each of these systems lacks the ability to communicate with one another, and there are even states that collect data manually. The absence of this integrated structure prevents the production of a more systematic study of housing needs and provision of accommodation.
That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nabila Nurkistina and I'm here today to discuss the recommendation that could be taken to overcome the challenges faced by Prima. A special entity that was centralized needs to be established to lead the national affordable housing among various government, state and private sector agencies. The provision of affordable housing is currently not integrated and inconsistent throughout the country due to the existence of more than 20 federal and state agencies involved in the provision of affordable housing. These include the Ministry of Urban Well-being, Housing and Local Government, the Prime Minister's Department, the Ministry of Federal Territories, and many more. The efficiency of planning, implementation, and action steps can be improved by establishing a centralization strategy. The creation of a single entity that focuses on providing affordable housing can contribute to more active construction activities and lower development costs. Therefore, the housing issue that takes a long time to complete can be overcome by having one centralized entity that focuses on this issue. For instance, we can see that Korea has made encouraging progress in bridging the affordable housing gap through a single entity. Land and Housing Corporation in Korea is an entity that provides various types of houses, consisting of houses for sale and rent, which provide affordable and quality houses for people with middle and low income in their country. Apart from that, the challenges faced by Prima can be overcome by creating an integrated housing database to ease the planning and allocation of affordable housing. Malaysia still does not have a complete database that contains information of the supply and demand of houses that provide affordable housing. In order to meet household demand more effectively, an integrated database should be able to collect information that is difficult to find, such as household income, characteristics, and choices of the people, so that it is compatible with the housing supply that will be provided. This information and data can be collected by conducting periodic surveys throughout the country, as it can be a guide for housing developers to develop more affordable and quality houses in the future. Besides, the integrated database also helps in identifying household segments that can afford to buy a house. With that, they can be given priority on the affordable housing units, while those who are not can be informed about affordable rental houses that are available in our country. Therefore, an integrated database allows housing developers to identify the people that are qualified for affordable housing, speed up the distribution process, while reducing the number of unsold affordable housing units in our country. That's it from me, and I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, I'm Eno Razlin, and Aslin will close our presentation with a conclusion. The economic uncertainty and its impact on the socio-economic stability of society for the time being have undermined the ability of Malaysians with low and middle incomes on a place to live, whereas home ownership should be a basic need that every citizen should enjoy. So, this is the heavy responsibility that Prima must bear, which is to provide a prosperous life through the ownership of affordable houses that promise safety, comfort, and high-quality features. With that, Prima continues to work with the public and private sector to make this noble wish come true for the well-being of Malaysians. In line with the mandate given, Prima will continue to move forward despite facing various challenges. Any weakness will continue to be improved in order to improve the quality of life of the middle-income group. Prima's desire is to see every urban and suburban resident have a place to be proud of. For this reason, Prima attaches importance to holistic development that also takes into account the needs of city residents in the reality of today's life. As a government agency, Prima plays a major role in revitalizing the economy, particularly through the housing and construction sector. Prima projects have a high economic multiplier effect, for example, through the participation of small and medium-scale vendors. Ultimately, in an effort to provide affordable housing for the middle-income group, information on the demand for Prima housing is important to the success of this plan. Prima will remain relevant as long as there's a high demand from Prima's target group. The response rate of users can be used as a benchmark for the quality and suitability of Prima product in the appropriate location. Prima will also continue to move forward and always look for effective and innovative solutions to address the problem of middle-income people not being able to own a home. So far, Prima has successfully proven that it is capable of handling the challenge ahead. Indeed, Prima will remain focused on making it easier for people to have a safe, comfortable, and pleasant home. That's all from us. Thank you.